What up, YouTube Live? Is this too bright? I can probably turn down the light a little bit here. There you go, facing upward. Welcome to my humble room. Got the poster board in the back, my backpack with lots of cable, all the scandals, and I figured I don't want to do it like polished, scripted, review type kind of format. I want to do it live streaming, so it'll be like an unfiltered train of thoughts. It's no news, it's no surprise. You may have heard already. You may, because sex sells. Whenever there's a news about sex scandals, it's like it's something that people like. What do you call that? Like a blood in the water, and then all the sharks come, because it sells prints. It sells ratings. Unfortunately, this time it's not in a good way. There have been revelations about a disturbing trend. I guess you could say underground trend, or maybe deeply held secrets over the years about some people of influence, people of power. Of course, we knew about Harvey Weinstein. I talked about Harvey Weinstein here on my YouTube channel. You can check out my video there. But I haven't gotten around to talk about these few folks these past few weeks, because these latest scandals are an impact, or an aftermath, or part of the domino effect, because more and more women are coming out with their stories. They had a hashtag #MeToo, on trending, that went trending on Twitter. Oh, man, it is kind of bright. Let me turn down the light a bit. So a lot of people coming out with their stories. But here's the thing. Anthony Rapp is not a woman. He is, I think, a famous Broadway actor. If you are fans of Rent, he's a part of that. And if you're like me, we're fans of Star Trek Discovery, you would definitely recognize Anthony Rapp. He's part of the show as Stamets, the engineer. Stamets? He's my favorite character in that show. So long story short, let me read this to you. BuzzFeed reported, or I guess I should say Rapp revealed to BuzzFeed that actor Kevin Spacey, two-time Oscar-winning actor Kevin Spacey, made a sexual advance toward Rapp when Rapp was only 14 years old. I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but at the time Rapp was part of the cast of The Adventures in Babysitting with Elizabeth Shue. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I only saw it once. But that was at the time when Rapp said that Kevin tried to make sexual advances towards him. What happened was that Rapp was invited to a party at Spacey's home. At the end of the evening, Spacey physically carried Rapp, like, I guess like a gentleman would carry his bride to the room. So that's what happened. Spacey carried Rapp and attempted to initiate sex, and so that had haunted Rapp over the years. It made his stomach churn every time Kevin Spacey got awarded with Oscars, or all these great honors that Spacey has been getting. And Spacey, oh my God, when I heard about this, I was so disheartened, because I'm such a huge fan of Kevin Spacey. So when it was revealed, I was like, no, not Kaiser Soze, not Lex Luthor from Superman Returns, not the American Beauty guy. I love Kevin Spacey, the actor, and for the longest time, we the fans know that even though he was always private about his life, that we kind of get the sense that he had been gay. But the sad part about this whole story is that Kevin Spacey used his homosexuality as a shield, basically. So in his response to Rapp, and I'm just paraphrasing here, he said something along the line, I don't remember the incident, but if I did do what Rap said I did, I apologize. It may have been a result of a drunken behavior. So he blames, um, alcohol, number one. And number two, and the second paragraph of his statement, he said, well, I've had sexual encounters with men and women, but now I choose to be gay. Okay. All right, so that's a deflection, uh, if I've ever seen one. Because no, oh, look, coming out as a gay man should be a celebration. Something should be celebrated. But now he's using that as a shield. Hey, yeah, I may have done that terrible thing, but hey, I'm gay, guys. And some of the news outlets out there run with that deflection. It's horrible. It's as if they're ignoring the actual story, which is this allegation by Rap against Kevin Spacey. And number two, that was number. Okay, number one, he blames the alcohol. Number two, he deflect by saying, "Hey, I'm gay." He's coming out. Number three, he says something about in the statement, "I choose to be gay." I was like, so it's like, okay, gay is not it's not a choice. Come on now. So on lots of accounts, Kevin Spacey blundered his apology. That's the same thing that Harvey Weinstein did when he first apologized. He said, "Hey, yes, I apologize, but hey, look, I'm giving money to the to any effort against the NRA." Okay, so what? We're supposed to forgive you now because you're liberal? Um, it's the worst apology, man. I think okay, guys, if you try to apologize to somebody you have wronged, make the apology and leave it at that. Okay, apologize and period. Boom. Don't say any more. I know. I don't know, stuff that incriminate you or some stupid shit. Trying to justify yourself in somehow. No, just apologize. So that's the thing with Kevin Spacey. I think it's disheartening because I'm such a huge fan of his. I admire him as an actor. Now I don't know. I will feel troubled whenever I watch House of Cards. I'll be like, and then I wonder now what will happen to his masterclass acting. Remember, he teaches online class, masterclass about acting. Man, it's disheartening. And Netflix recently decided to suspend production on House of Cards season 6, which is supposed to be the season finale. So now we may not even get that season finale. I think it may be canceled altogether. Um, it's just sad. But at the same time, I had a talk with my friend on Twitter. It's a good thing that these revelations come out. It's a good thing that these revelations come to surface, so that this predatory culture could come to an end. Couldn't be no more. Um, okay, next story. Brett Ratner. He is, my God, he's disgusting. Los Angeles Times did a full-on report about Brett Ratner's sexual misconduct over the years, even before he became this big Hollywood producer director of Rush Hour and X-Men 3, which was crap, which is a terrible X-Men movie in my opinion. um, One of the girls was Olivia Munn, and I'll keep it short. Olivia Munn, according to the report on LA Times, was sent to bring a meal to, and this was before Olivia Munn, is a big actress. This is when she was up and coming and rising, aspiring actress trying to make it in the business, in her early days of her career. She's trying to bring a meal to, or she was sent to bring a meal to Brett Ratner's trailer. She got in the trailer, and then she found Brett Ratner, I guess, pleasing himself. And of course, like any woman, she felt terrified. She felt shocked about what she was witnessing. And another actress, this was before she became big as well. Her name is Natasha Henstridge. You may recognize her from one of my favorite sci-fi horrors. I believe it's Species. So she was forced to do basically an oral sex on Brett Ratner. That's according to LA Times report by Amy Kaufman. And I think I've met Brett Ratner only once at the premiere of Rush Hour 3, but I was just a spectator at the time. I was not in the business yet. I was not part of the press. I took my sister to the premiere. We saw Chris Tucker, we saw Jackie Chan, we saw Brett Ratner. So I didn't know the guy, obviously. But this revelation is, I don't know, to me, it's not as surprising as Kevin Spacey. It's not as surprising. I mean, it the revelation about Brett Ratner is kind of like the revelation about Harvey Weinstein. You kind of have an idea or two, like yeah, these guys are douches. Harvey Weinstein and Brett Ratner, they're douchebags. They're bullies. So for them to pull off such a thing, unfortunately, it's not that big a surprise. I feel bad for the women, for the victims, of course. But when these revelations come out, it's like, uh, it's in the vicinity of something that they may even have thought of doing. Now we know that they did it. Um, so it's horrible, man. Now Brett Ratner's project regarding the biopic movie about Hugh Hefner has been shut down by the Playboy Enterprise. Jared Leto even himself denied that he was even considered for the role, even though previous reports said Jared Leto was set to play Hugh Hefner. Um, so now we see the results. We see Kevin Spacey's career in jeopardy. I tweeted out the other day that I think Kevin Spacey's career is basically finished. Um, I want to side note. I was at a premiere the other day, and I talked about this with my friend. I'm not gonna mention her name here, but she was wondering what did Anthony Rapp do in that party to begin with. Her argument is basically like, "You're 14 years old. Don't go to Kevin Spacey's party. He's 26. It's probably an adult party." And there was nothing happened. He was just trying to make a sexual advance towards him, but there's no rape. There's nothing happened. And in my head, I was like, "Oh my God, you're blaming the victim." That's just like saying, "Olivia Munn, why did you go inside Brett Ratner's trailer? You could have left the food right at the door outside." I was like, "How would they have known?" And what? So Anthony Rapp got invited to a party by Kevin Spacey, and he could turn it down, but what, he's not supposed to say yes at all at any occasion. I mean, like, you would expect a normal nice party, not a sexual advance towards you. So unfortunately, this mindset, this mentality does exist out there. This victim blaming, that don't put yourself in that position, don't wear a skirt that's short, look, guys, yeah, we can talk about morality or dress codes, another topic at another video, but that's not the point. Okay, this is the point of one person or one side having power and influence, making a move on another side that doesn't have as much power and influence. That's what it's about. Um, so it's not about the other side that doesn't have power and influence, asking for it. So that's not supposed to be the argument here. And another story regarding Dustin Hoffman, real quick, that's another thing that's disheartening for me. A couple of women came out against Dustin Hoffman. Dustin won 2 Oscars, one of the most celebrated actors of all time. And they said that decades ago, Dustin Hoffman made lewd comments at them, sexual advances at them. I don't know if there's any assault or whatnot, but Dustin Hoffman also had apologized. And in the movie blogging industry, there's names like Andy Signore from Screen Junkies, who had been fired from Screen Junkies because of sexual harassments towards some women. And of course, Harry Knowles got fired from Ain't It Cool News. Who else? Oh, Devin Faraci got fired from Birth Movies Death. Got fired also from Alamo. I think he was part of Alamo as well. So That's from the movie blogging industry, and then the Hollywood one. There's Harvey Weinstein. There's Andy Dick. There's Jeremy Piven. There's Dustin Hoffman, Brett Ratner, Kevin Spacey. Who knows uh, who's gonna be next to be outed as a sexual assaulter or sexual harasser. Um, I think this is gonna be there's gonna be coming more in the next few weeks or so, and you know what? It's a good thing. I had a discussion with my friend because I asked her like, does this make feel you disenfranchised about Hollywood? And she said no. I still love movies. I still love Hollywood. And she said something along the line of, and she made a good point. She said something along the line of, this is good. If we wanted to make a change, we have to make a change from within. You know, we don't run away from it. So yes, that's a good point. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, Hollywood is full of sexual perverts. That's it. I'm done with Hollywood. I'm not gonna do, this thing anymore. No, no, no. I still love what I do. I still love movie blogging. I still love covering press junkets and premieres for you guys. I still love interviewing talents for you guys. So that's still gonna happen. Um, but to my earlier point, it's good that these revelations come out, so that the predatory culture could come to an end, could be over for real. I also had a discussion with another friend of mine who is a bigger movie blogger than I am. I admire her in every respect. And we had a discussion about this at the Walt Disney Studios. And it was for a press junket, but I can't reveal it right now. And she said, right, yeah, 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 that happens to a lot of women, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it got to a point where we as women have been used to it, because used to it, not in a good way, of course, used to it by like, oh, a guy ogling us or a guy making lewd comments about us. Oh, it's just Tuesday. It's when I heard that, I feel disheartened. I was like, okay, it may be something that some women have been used to, unfortunately, but it shouldn't be that way. Just because it is, it shouldn't be that way. I think the culture can change. It's a rocky process to change a culture. It's a rocky process to change a mindset and a habit, um, uh, but it can be done. And I think it starts with all these outings. It starts with all these revelations, as disheartening as it is, because some of these people we actually admire and look up to. That's also another point. We often idolize these heroes, these celebrities, these actors, these directors, but at the end of the day, they're still flawed human beings. And I'm not excusing that. I'm not using that as an excuse. Oh, they're just humans. No, no, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, like, be careful who you idolize, because they're one point or another they can disappoint you. Because they're still humans like you and me, and we all have our we all have our blames and faults. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I could go on and on and on, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you feel? I mean, do you think that who do you think, or which other public big figure that you think should be outed next, or should, if you have heard rumors about, this producer or this actor may have done something in the past but have not yet been revealed yet as a potential harasser, or if you have stories to share about that, about those people, share them in the comment section below. And do you think this is a phase in Hollywood that Hollywood could overcome, that eventually and ultimately we can come again to make it just be about the talents, just be about the movies and the TVs and the shows and nothing else? Are we able to get to that point soon enough, um, after these rocky phase? Let me know. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and Please subscribe to my channel, and if you can support me, that'd be great. Go to patreon.com/ramascreen. There's all kinds of rewards there for you for all kinds of level. Again, go to patreon.com/ramascreen and become my patrons today. Let's rock this.